Again, this subject our first panel, why Turkey is becoming the Silicon Valley of mobile gaming. I want to invite panelists to the stage, moderator Mr. Ozan Şişman, speaker, general manager at Adjust, Sema Toker, the other speaker, lead solutions consultant of EMEA at Adjust, Dr. Bilgehan, Baykal. Welcome, and the stage is yours.
Hello everyone. Actually, there was a bit mistake about announcing the names, but we will do it, so no worries. It's great to be here. First of all, I would like to start by celebrating 19th May, the commemoration of Atatürk Youth and Sports Day. Yes, thank you. So today we remember Mustafa Kemal Atatürk with a great respect, who dedicates this day to the future of this country and the youth of Turkey. And secondly, my name is Ozan Şişman. I am the general manager of Adjust for the MENA region. Today I'm super excited to moderate this panel with my dear friends, which we are gonna discuss why Turkey is becoming a Silicon Valley of the mobile gaming industry. I think this is very meaningful to discuss this today, since I am a true believer that the young generation has a huge contribution of this growth for the Turkey. Now I would like to give stage to my dear friends Sema and Bilgehan.
Okay, hello everyone. So I'm Sema. I'm leading the solution consult team at Adjust. So basically my role is to give technical expertise and provide mobile consultation to our onboarding clients on different verticals, including gaming. Yeah.
So also thanks, Ozan. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bilgehan Baykal. I am the founder and also the chairman of the board of Games United, which we have established in last year in 2021.
Thank you, Sema and Bilgehan. I would like to start with you, Sema, actually. So you are very experienced in the gaming vertical, which, I mean, today's topic, obviously gaming. Could you please elaborate how gaming is evolving globally, and how do you see the growth in general?
Okay, so before I comment on this, let's take a look at some numbers from 2021. So mobile gaming made up 52% of consumer ad spend globally in 2021. So that's the number, $93 billion. So that's a huge number. Yeah, that's huge. And it's a year-over-year growth, 7%. And also let's think about the last year. The industry overall has faced immense challenges, including COVID-19 pandemic, and also there was user privacy changes on iOS side. So at first, everyone expected that the numbers would be shaken up a bit. But after that, when we checked the beginning of pandemic actually fueled the growth in the first half. So we saw high numbers of install sessions, in-app purchases, and then everyone expected a sudden drop because it was like really a sudden increase. And however, when we compare the second half of 2021 to first half, we still see 12% growth. And that's amazing. Like, I mean, the numbers don't lie. So basically, we see now the industry, I mean, the mobile gaming market is expecting a year-over-year growth for about 12% between 2021 to 26. So I would say the increase is still continues, so it will keep soaring.
Yeah. What about Turkish market, Sema? You have a lot of Turkish gaming clients, right? So how do you see them? Like, how is the growth?
So I can say that when I first started at Just like 3 years ago, so from Turkey I was meeting maybe 10 clients like in a year. Now every month I meet almost 10 gaming clients in Turkey. So I'm really proud of it, and we are like really following up closely, because my role is like partnering with them and see the growth how they evolve and like succeed.
Thank you. I mean, I really agree that, especially pandemic, we see the growth in every vertical, but gaming has the huge portion of it. Bilgehan, you are now in a place that can touch not every, but lots of gaming studios, gaming publishers, designers, investors. When did you decide to enter gaming ecosystem?
Yeah, so I've been in the investment ecosystem in Turkey for many years. I mean, I'm the ex-investment committee president of the investment committee of TR Angels. So we already had more than 20 investments in different industries. So I also had my personal investments. So after the pandemic, we have decided not to be only on the investment side, but also to be on the entrepreneur side. So we selected. We needed to select an industry, and we made an analysis with my partners. So a couple of reasons were, gaming is a totally global industry. It's unregulated, because especially if you are doing business in Turkey, in fintech, energy, all are regulated, and with some government move, things may change. Gaming is out of this. It's very scalable, but the most important reason, I guess, why we decided, and I believe that's the right decision we have made it, and it's also our Games United motto. Gaming is beyond game, because as far as we are seeing that blockchain is evolving, and it's disrupting many industries, gaming is going to be a mediation platform for many industries, like entertainment, like e-commerce, education, etc. So that's one thing. The second thing was, we also looked at Turkey's unique talents. So Turkey is a young country who has a median age of 33. When you look at Germany, it's 46. When you look at Poland, UK, Korea, like countries like Turkey in the same population size, they are more than 40. So we are a young country. That's first. The second one, culturally, we are good in B2C businesses, not B2B. When you look at Getir, Trendyol, GameX, these kind of all B2C business. Or if you look at the TV series, even TV series in Turkey are produced in Turkey are being watched by 700 million people in 150 countries. So we are good at these kind of business, and culturally we are most of the people here are Turkish, I guess. We are very open to cultural change and adaptation. So also we believe that these are unique talents. So we have established Games United.
Yeah, Bilgehan, thanks for the great insight. I totally agree with you. One question came to my mind when you were saying that. So we have a young generation, that's for sure, but especially gaming, it's a complex ecosystem as well, right? When you compare it to the e-commerce, I'm not sure, like the e-commerce companies, how many tools they are using. But when it comes to gaming, this is something we discuss always with you, right? Yeah. There are lots of products that you need to use. Do you think young generation has also talent to use a lot of products like that?
I believe so. I mean, it goes step by step, in my opinion. So. Some of the gaming, especially when we discuss the mobile gaming, we see it in three pillars. The first one is the game ideation. The second one is the development and software side. The third one is about the art, the art style. But this is about development only. So I guess the young population should also turn their eyes to the publishing side, because I believe that data will be more and more important than everything, and development will be more commoditized. I mean, when you look at, the basic tools we are using are Unity or Unreal Engine, these game motors, it's being more easy to use. Mm-hmm. But the data analysis, after Sema said, iOS changed the patterns, so everything, all the game analytics world collapsed, so we are building it again and again. So I guess the young population should also have an insight on how to effectively monitor, diagnose, prescriptive data. I guess that will be crucial.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree. And one last question. Why do you think Turkey is becoming so popular in the gaming industry? There are some other countries who also have talent and young population, but what is the reason that Turkey is becoming so much popular?
Yeah, I mean, so it's being said that Turkey is becoming the new Silicon Valley of gaming. So if you look at the Silicon Valley, when it was established, I mean, in San Jose, in USA, I went there, by the way. So it's really interesting experience. So when you see that there are three components. One is the universities, the education. The second one is the business, who is really investing. And third one is the funds. So if you don't have these three components, things don't really grow up. So what we are doing in Games United, as an example, is that we are trying to do it, try to bring all these three components, like putting the investments. We have established 2 incubation programs, one in Anadolu University, one in Izmir High Technology Institute, and we are going to establish 2 more, train young people. So, for example, we are the Eskişehir Anadolu University is going to be an Unreal Engine center. We are investing it with the university. We have got some government incentive. So, and also develop people. Not only on the software side, but also on the game ideation, the mythology side, bringing up new universes. So develop the art capabilities, but also support it with the funding. So our venture builder model is unlike the other VCs. We are very unlike the VCs because we invest in the new talents, and we take the responsibility of all back office jobs for them. So we position the young people only to develop the best game or best solutions. So all tax, finance, legal, all the stuff is taken by us. So I guess that's a unique advantage we are providing because it's really boring for the young people.
Yeah, I think after this panel, lots of young people will find you, yeah. By the way. So, Sema, I would like to ask you that right now, in your current position, you're helping lots of gaming companies, right? So from scratch to the end. So could you please tell us what should they do? Like, what would be your advice to them, actually?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, yeah, we are starting from scratch, meaning like knowing each other, adding SDK and the other tools, connecting each partner and seeing one report and like unifying it to give them actionable recommendations. So besides, of course, I have some best practices that I can share today. So the first thing is I can say the metrics. So from hyper-casual to immersive, let's say, role-playing games, developers approach advertising, marketing, monetizing with a different approach, considering the sub-vertical. So it's really important to set the metrics by each sub-vertical. For example, at first they are checking high number of installs, like rewarded video and publishing within some sessions, but the later it becomes high LTV approach, and then it becomes the retention rate. So it's really important to set those metrics and set the expectations at the right time. And second part, tying each install to the attribution source, meaning channel, like it's coming from, let's say, Facebook or let's say Google. So this is where we help at adjust. So you need a really high accuracy not to throw your money to the channels. Like you really need to understand where the ROI or ROAS is coming from. And also attribution settings, we help them to, for example, to set the attribution settings to compare apples to apples when you see the one unified report. So, and apart from that, I would say you really need to be agile, as always, in the industry, and also like adapt yourself to the changes. For example, now we live in the post-IDFA world. I mean, you really need to adapt your strategy to that ecosystem so that you will still keep finding the new users wherever they are. And yeah, the last but not least, there's one more important thing. So once you have let's say you have a perfect game, and it's really important to have or build or hire a high-skilled UA team, user acquisition team. So they should be data-driven. They should be really experienced on how to improve retention, loyalty, and also understanding for example, SKD network. All the new terms came to our lives with the privacy changes, and set a clever strategy there. And if you do that, I believe these are of course there are more, but these are the, let's say, top ones that I see. So I believe you can distinguish yourself from the competition.
Yeah, totally agree with you. So the ecosystem is getting complex every day, which means you really shouldn't afraid of researching, finding good sources. That's going to be tough, but at the end, it's going to be a huge success. So I think that's it today. Thank you, Sema and Bilgehan, for the valuable insights. I really enjoy it, and I hope you also enjoy it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, I have a few questions for you. So, do you explain about the Silicon Valley to Turkey, Silicon Valley? So, in the game side, which one is the much better for the technology in US side and here? So, what do you think about that? So, about I mean core business technology, software side.
I mean, what we are really seeing is that, yeah, sure, no problem. So what we are seeing is that, I mean, the mobile gaming industry, as Sema explained, is reaching nearly $100 billion, and with an acceleration. We are seeing that the PC and the console business are getting more and more mature. And in the mobile side, we are seeing that Unity is more driven, but on the PC and console side, it's more Unreal Engine. But the trend we are seeing is that the gaming is going to be integrated. I mean, we perceive it like this. We believe in the digital entertainment content, which gaming is the start of this. So you are going to see more and more that the games will be more media agnostic. So it will be easy to be played or managed in different platforms. And also, we are going to see that it will make a huge change, not only in the gaming side, but also in the, for example, on the digital streaming side. We are going to see that we are already seeing that Netflix, Amazon, TikTok, they are already entering the gaming domain. But the observation from our side is that the interaction between the one-directional content will be more bi-directional and maybe omnidirectional. So there may be many changes in the gaming technologies. For example, we are going to see more meta-human technologies, for example, more realistic ones. But the key point is that all the content produced should be media agnostic. I guess that's the thing. And also with the development of 5G, the game streaming technologies will evolve. But the last thing and most important thing is that blockchain will be the most important consolidation platform on the backside. So we are not going to see these static NFT collections. I mean, okay, they will be, but their value will not be so high. So more interaction, more content-driven, and new business models, new monetization models will be developed on this blockchain. That's how we see that.
The problem is, I guess, investment is a little bit problem for the new project. So everybody can use the investment for the NFT side or the blockchain side. But we can take a crowdfunding, like a crowdfunding with NFT or token. So that is growing this year or not? Or what's your thing about that?
Yeah. I believe that, I mean, for example, the total, last week I was in a meeting in Spain, in Barcelona. So we had a very interesting metaverse presentation. for the industrial side, by the way, for the smart factory side. So we are seeing that the metaverse, total metaverse market will reach to something like 700 billion. It's huge.
How much?
700 billion.
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 Wow.
In the next 5 years, I guess that was a figure, if I don't misremember. So, because of the size is so big, the investment requirement is also big. One important thing is that, what I totally believe, and many people don't think like me, the typical VC approach for the studios or for the gaming companies is not going to be enough. Because the typical VCs, in Turkey especially, tell that the entrepreneurs should hold the very big share of the
market
of the company.
Company, yeah.
It's valid for other industries, for e-commerce, for energy, for healthcare, but in the gaming, they miss something. The biggest capital requirement for a blockchain project is not about the development. The biggest requirement is for the marketing, for the community management, for the publishing side. So if you invest some money and don't support the young people, the studios, in the publishing side, not only with capital, but also with the insight, like the venture builder model we are doing. If you look at the CB Insight model, I mean, you are going to see that most of them are unsuccessful because of cash flow. So these young people, these young developers in the blockchain, in the gaming, really need help on the back office side. So the typical VCs, they invest the money, and in every quarter they ask, how is the business going? When are you going to exit? I don't believe in gaming that will be very healthy. Yeah. So more insight, more help, more networking will be required.
Networking is the biggest thing, I guess.
We believe that for a gaming project to be successful, there are 5 components: capital, labor, networking, know-how, but the most important, the 5th element is execution. So it's very difficult if you don't execute. Many projects are dead. I mean, last year I have listened more than 50 projects, and we have invested in 9 companies. So we are now, Games United is a 10 companies, including Games United. We are the publisher, the other ones are developers. So we are more than 80 people now. I mean, but most of them we didn't invest because of these reasons, because we didn't find these 5 components.
Just one word to add, actually, here. I think this is one of the reasons why Turkey is becoming the Silicon Valley, because right now we have venture studios that they are only investing the gaming companies. This is exactly what Bilgehan said. Like, the normal investment should be different, but for gaming it needs to be different. And now there are some venture capitals which they're only focusing on the gaming, mobile gaming companies. I think that's one of the reasons as well.
In the US, in Silicon Valley, I mean, it's California. So the Stanford University in Palo Alto is very close to the sector, I mean, and the market, and the all technology market. In here, there is no any university, I guess it's my opinion, that there is no any university touching to the real sector, I guess. So what's the top end thing? So there is any university in here?
I mean, what we are trying to do is that, as we have established 2 incubation centers, especially in Anadolu University, we are trying to develop the people and support them with the business cases and invest. But also one additional thing we are doing is that now I'm in the consultancy board of one venture capital, which is accredited by CPK. It's some kind of a SEC of US. So Game Invest, I mean, I can give their name. So they are an venture capital VC, a fund only for gaming. So what needs to be done is, after this number of these companies, these funds increase, we are going to match them with these universities, incubation centers, and also increase the speed of investment to the people. But we believe that to be successful, there are 3 components. One is the business model. Second is IP. IP is going to be more and more important, as media is going to be agnostic. So we are also trying to develop our own universes. For example, Tulipland, Destiny of Values are some of them. but also data. I guess the publishing will be more and more important. Turkey is traditionally very good in development, and of course we are seeing Rolik as a publisher which is very successful, procured by Zynga, but I guess there should be more and more companies on the publishing side.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything, for all informations, for the panels. Thank you. We applaud